Ladies and gentlemen, digital investors, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to, but not too different. All we're going to do is we are going to cover the crypto news, the major updates for October. As you guys may or may not know, in case some of you are new here, I make a daily cryptocurrency video covering the news. And last month, I decided to do cryptocurrency updates for the month. So prior to this, we do have the crypto market update for the month of September, and this is going to be the second video in this series where we do the crypto market update for October. Basically how this works is I take the best articles we probably got, right? The most positive news that the crypto space pretty much received over the course of October. And we basically go over it all in one video, because sometimes I know you guys miss a video. It's hard to watch every day, or sometimes you just need to remember what exactly happened. So this isn't everything that happened in the month of October. And of course, I'm going to miss some very important things. It's hard to put everything into one video, but nonetheless, this is the market updates for October. I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you're a frequent viewer and you'd like to show some support, a like helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm, so tap that like button. And let's start off with none other than stocks may very well become tokenized, says SEC chairman. And guys, the way we're going to do this is we're going to go through it pretty quick because I got quite a few articles here. I'll try to make it as fast as possible just because we have so many things that we need to move through, because a lot of things happened for the month of October, much more than what happened back in September. So the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission invited innovators in the crypto space, saying that our door is wide open and that publicly traded stocks may very well become tokenized in the future. The positive stance from the SEC was ushered by Chairman Jay Clayton, who on Friday participated in a virtual conference on innovation and regulation of digital assets hosted by the Chamber of Digital Commerce. Further commenting on the issue of tokenization of existing financial assets, Clayton said that in addition to single stocks, even exchange-traded funds, ETFs, could end up in tokenized form if it adds efficiency. His exact words are, "We're willing to try that. Our door is wide open. If you want to show how to tokenize the ETF product in a way that adds efficiency, we want to meet with you. We want to facilitate that." And that was pretty big news for the month of October, if I would say so myself, right? The SEC chairman coming out and saying stocks may very well be tokenized. These are things that the crypto community has talked about. We've talked about being able to tokenize stocks, tokenize real estate, tokenize basically almost anything. And here we have the SEC being open to it. Pretty mind-blowing to say the least. Next up, we have Bitcoin will surpass $500,000 amid debt reckoning, says the Winklevoss twins. So the Gemini crypto exchange co-founders and Bitcoin bulls Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss are providing further insight as to why Bitcoin will ascend above 500,000. The Gemini co-founders began writing their thesis on the future price of Bitcoin, sharing that their bet on a roughly 50x price increase for the King coin was originally unrelated to the macroeconomic backdrop provided by CV19. Interestingly enough, it wasn't actually a pandemic-related piece. It was really a piece on the debt reckoning that we think is coming over the next 5 to 10 years, and why we thought Bitcoin made a lot of sense for people who want to hedge against inflation. The twins also say that the government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the value of Bitcoin, which drove them to publish the article. They also say this: the pandemic in some ways has pushed us into the future. We've seen the decline of brick and mortar retail has been accelerated by this. The onslaught of e-commerce and big tech has already been accelerated as well. It's been record quarters on Wall Street for much of big tech, yet the rest of the economy is suffering. The question in our mind is not so much does it get to $500,000, but how quickly, and I think that's unclear. And part of what will drive it there's always these catalysts. Some you can predict and some you can't, but one of the catalysts is potentially hyperinflation due to all of the debt around the world. The pandemic has sort of accelerated us a couple years forward if you look around at what's happening with big tech and retail. I think it's also pushed us closer to that debt reckoning, that point where people start to look at the US deficit and say, this is incredible. It no longer passes a reasonable test of whether or not the US can pay it. At that point, the US debt bag holders are going to stop lending, and that's when it gets really ugly. So that's one catalyst that they say is what's prompting a $500,000 Bitcoin. Now, let me know whether or not you agree with them down below, right? Do you think $500,000 is nothing for Bitcoin and we're definitely getting there? Or do you think Bitcoin is never going to reach $500,000? Let me know what you think down below, and let's move on to the next one because we have so much stuff today, guys. So interest in Bitcoin spikes as PayPal, JP Morgan, and Kanye West praise BTC. So this is kind of a good article because it wraps up 3-in-1 for us. So Google searches for Bitcoin spiked last week, reaching almost 3-month highs after BTC-related positive news from PayPal was supported by favorable statements from banking giant JP Morgan and celebrity Kanye West, while the price hit a new yearly high. And yeah, guys, that time in October, which was only about a week or two ago, that was like the perfect storm. We had PayPal, we had JP Morgan, we had Kanye West, we even had Kevin Hart, which we'll cover. I'm not sure if I covered that on one of our daily news updates, but we will cover it in this video. And by the way, guys, we have so many things. There's actually a couple different articles that I didn't cover in the daily news, so you guys will see new stuff in this, even if you watch the videos every single day. If we scroll down here, online payments giant PayPal announced that it will officially be joining the crypto markets, as it will be offering U.S. account holders the ability to buy, sell, and almost hold BTC among other crypto assets. I don't know why they say almost hold. You're not really holding Bitcoin, right? It's PayPal's holding the Bitcoin. The only thing you can do is buy your Bitcoin, sell your Bitcoin, and shop with it, but you cannot take your Bitcoin and move it to another crypto address. So if you're looking at investing in Bitcoin long term, you believe in holding your keys, you want to own your Bitcoin, PayPal's not really going to be the best way for you. PayPal's going to be a good way to just to really onboard the masses into crypto, and also to spend your crypto as well, right? I don't know about you guys, but I have a PayPal account. PayPal has I think it's over 320 million merchants who are going to be able to offer this, so it is absolutely huge. And we can also say PayPal definitely helped fuel some of that positive price momentum that we got during the month of October. Obviously, it didn't pump specifically on the PayPal news, but I think we have to admit that news does help price, right? It can help FOMO people in. Not that FOMOing is a good thing, but let's be honest, simple crypto news does have people FOMO in. It also has people FOMO out, right? Buying and selling. People get emotional, and they're going to do this stuff no matter what. Also, this past weekend, reports started to circulate that U.S.-based investment banking giant JP Morgan estimates that Bitcoin could compete more intensely with gold as an alternative currency over the coming years, given that millennials will become over time a more important component of investor universe. According to the bank, even a modest crowding out of gold as an alternative currency over the longer term would imply doubling or tripling of the Bitcoin price from here. So that was from JP Morgan, which was absolutely insane. As we know, 3 years ago, JP Morgan would fire anybody he caught trading within his firm, trading Bitcoin. But now they're saying it could be an alternative currency preference to gold, which is, I mean, that's mind-blowing for JP Morgan to be saying, because who would have ever expected that? But that's what these banks do, right? They backpedal, they backstep, they twist their words, they lie, all in the name of getting money. So you really can't trust anything JP Morgan says, even them here being positive about it. I mean, we know the deal. They have their bags packed, and now it's ready for the prices to go up. And we can see that, right? A lot of positive momentum, a lot more retail getting back in. So a lot of cool stuff. We also have Kanye West reveals he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he said that Bitcoin could be the true liberation of America. It was kind of short. It wasn't that long of a clip, but they did talk about it, and that's what he said, and it was pretty interesting to see. We also had, and this wasn't that much covered, at least I didn't see many people covering it, but we had Kevin Hart learns Bitcoin is a legit investment in an all-star telethon. I'm sure he already knew, but anyways, let's go over this. So Kevin Hart shouted out this weekend that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are legitimate investments during an online fundraiser he hosted for the benefit of the MDA and his Help from the Heart charity. During the telethon, actor Jay Ellis, who helped man the phone, supposedly got a call from someone asking about whether donations can be made in cryptocurrency. Ellis asked Hart, "Hey Kev, I've got someone who wants to know if we do Bitcoin, Ether, or any cryptocurrencies." Hart promptly responded, "I don't take that voodoo money. We don't take the voodoo, okay? So if you're out there trying to give us the voodoo money," and while ranting on about Bitcoin being voodoo money, he was interrupted by someone in his earpiece who set him straight. Hart then exclaimed, "What? We do take the voodoo?" Adding, "I've been told that we actually do take cryptocurrency. I'm being told that it's a legitimate investment that's worth almost $250 billion. And guys, I think that was completely set up. I mean, let's be real here. Who's going to talk into Kevin Hart's earpiece and say, no, tell him we accept cryptocurrencies, and also tell him, I'm being told it's a legit investment that's worth almost $250 billion. Like, in all of my times of explaining cryptocurrency to people, friends, family, even you guys, right? Some of you guys message me and we just get into conversation. I've never even brought up that it's a legitimate, I don't know, it's just a weird thing to say. I don't know, it's just really weird. So it just seems like very set up. Maybe it wasn't, but I don't know. I think it was, which isn't a bad thing, right? Hey, they want to take that Bitcoin and Ether and cryptocurrency money. I get it, right? They don't want those US dollars for what they're selling. They want that Bitcoin. So it's all good. I understand. Now, while Hart's Bitcoin stunt was most likely staged, and so even they agree it's staged, and his voodoo comment a joke, the crypto community views the event as very bullish and appreciate the exposure Hart brought Bitcoin when he announced to a worldwide audience that cryptocurrency is a legit investment. Yeah, I gotta say, guys, to most people, it's gonna look legit. To most people, just the fact that Kevin Hart came out and said it, that's probably enough for them to go buy some Bitcoin on PayPal, right? That's really all it takes. Once you have celebrities coming out and talking about it like this, this is what is called normalizing crypto, normalizing blockchain, and getting ready to bring on the masses, right? They're priming people to accept cryptocurrencies as an alternative form of payment. It's just that simple. Now, let's also get into some more juicier stuff. Rothschild Investment acquires $235,000 in Grayscale's Bitcoin fund. A report by the SEC discloses that the Rothschild Investment Corp has acquired shares of the Grayscale Bitcoin fund, GBTC. The crypto community is speculating on the relationship between the investment firm and the famous Rothschild family. So yeah, guys, this is what happened. This is the screenshot. So it says Rothschild Investment Corp /IL has the assets under management by firm and the amount of GBTC at 235. So anyways, this was something that came out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, fake or legit. Also, if this was the real Rothschilds family, right, only 235,000, not like it's a considerable amount, but still, if it is, they would be getting exposure. If any of you want to do a little digging, I'm kind of already in the middle of making this, but if you want to do digging and find out if this is the real Rothschilds family, and then let us know in a comment below, that would be pretty cool. I'll pin your comment if I see it, if anyone does it. Let's move on to the next one. Investors pumped 1.05 billion into Grayscale's Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, and altcoin products in a record quarter. Grayscale, the world's leading digital asset management company, says a record-breaking 1.05 billion worth of investments flowed into its family of digital products in Q3 of 2020. Year to date, Grayscale's assets under management increased from 2 billion to 5.9 billion, a rise of 195%. In 2020, investments into Grayscale have doubled from the 1.2 billion that was invested between 2013 and 2019 to 2.4 billion. Bitcoin continues to be the most attractive asset to investors and the fastest growing among Grayscale's products. However, Grayscale says demand for alternative products records the most significant growth. They say, while Bitcoin continues to be a major part of the Grayscale investor allocations, the most notable uptick in growth comes from products that hold alternative assets. Products excluding Bitcoin accounted for 31% of inflows during Q3 of 2020. Very cool, guys. Microstrategy is looking to buy more Bitcoin. So Microstrategy bought 250 million in Bitcoin on August 11th. It purchased an additional 175 million in Bitcoin 1 month after that, and with the recent rise in Bitcoin's price, its holdings are now worth 521 million, a 22% premium over the $425 million investment. Now it wants more. You should expect that we will purchase additional Bitcoin as we generate cash beyond what we need to run the business on a day-to-day basis, said MicroStrategy's president Phong Le. Very cool, guys. They already own so much Bitcoin, and now they're looking to buy more. They're going to continue to put their excess capital into Bitcoin. Remember, that was on one of the articles we read. I think that was almost exactly what it said, that MicroStrategy is going to continue to pull excess capital from US dollars and into Bitcoin. Now, MicroStrategy's CEO is a man named Michael Saylor, and this is Michael Saylor's Twitter, and he says, MicroStrategy has been running a full node of Bitcoin Core version 0.20.1 for over a month now. We are thrilled to do our part to support the growth of the Bitcoin network. Again, this is the CEO of this company, MicroStrategy, so not only will they continue to buy Bitcoin, but they are also operating a node, and hey, they could also end up operating more nodes. So very cool that they will not only be buying with us on this bull run, but they will also be supporting the network. So thank you, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. They have been doing a lot in the cryptocurrency space. Gotta give them a shout out. We also have crypto exchange FTX brings Tesla, Apple, and Amazon on board. So popular crypto derivatives exchange FTX launches trading of more than a dozen equity and crypto pairs, featuring top stocks such as Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, and Google. The new fractional stocks offering is brought in partnership with Digital Assets AG and CM Equity AG. Both crypto trading and equities trading have been steadily attracting a wider audience, with new market participants coming in, says Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX. The tokens will behave much like a depository receipt, or ETF, Bankman-Fried told Bloomberg. So here's a list of equities offered by FTX. You have Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Google, Beyond Meat. You have the S&P 500 Gold Shares, Silver Trust, United States Oil Fund, Alibaba. You can read the rest, and they'll be traded against Bitcoin, stable coins, and some of the altcoins. Insane, guys. You'll be able to trade Amazon, Tesla, Apple, yada, this entire list against Bitcoin, stable coins, and whatever altcoins end up coming out to be traded with them. This is getting pretty insane. Remember that this came out October 29th, and this stocks tokenized stuff came out the beginning of October. Look at how fast we are moving. We are moving faster in this crypto space than ever before. Trump's security hawks called distributed ledgers critical in U.S.-China tech arms race. So we literally get the Trump administration taking a look at DLT, and they say DLT is one of 20 focus areas on the National Security Council's critical and emerging technology shortlist. So not only tokenization of stocks, but our government is literally looking at blockchain technology as ways to combat China. It's getting pretty insane, guys. And we have Coinbase to launch crypto debit card in the U.S. for retail spending. You might say, what? That didn't come out in October. That came out 2 years ago. Yes, it did. Coinbase crypto card did come out a while ago, but this is the first crypto Coinbase Visa card that is available to U.S. residents, right? And most of my audience is also U.S. residents on this channel, so of course I'm going to bring the news to U.S. residents. So if you're in the U.S., you can go ahead and you can apply for a Coinbase crypto card. The card will be available in all states except Hawaii and comes with a new rewards feature, 4% back in Stellar or 1% back in Bitcoin. So very, very cool, guys. A major incentive to be earning 4% back in Stellar, especially with Stellar so cheap, because you're going to be earning back a ton of Stellar. And then if Stellar appreciates in value, well, you could have just made back, more than you spent, obviously depending on the amount of rewards you get and things like that. But, just how explosive we expect these cryptocurrencies to go. We know how crazy these bull runs can get. Imagine earning more back in rewards than you even spent. That would be pretty insane. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened either. That would be crazy. Anyways, guys, that is the video. That is the cryptocurrency market updates for October. Those are the best ones I found. If you think I missed something that I should have added, then leave it in a comment below. It's hard to get everything, but I think most of the most important stuff. I know I missed some things, but I think we got a decent amount of all the important stuff. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. You'll be notified every time I upload. Again, I upload a video every single day going over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything happening in the crypto space to try to keep you up to date. If you guys could also tap the like button for me, it helps immensely with the YouTube algorithm picking this up, pushing it to more people. You get to support the channel grows, we reach a wider audience, we get more people into crypto. It's overall a good thing. So tap the like button if you enjoyed the content. And with that said, I'll see you all on the next video. Have a great day, everybody.